What if I told you the car you'll be driving in 2030 probably won't come from Tesla, Toyota, or even BMW? Because right now, a company you may never have considered is quietly rewriting the future of driving. That company is BYD, and what they just unveiled doesn't just challenge Tesla, could end the dominance of legacy automakers entirely. Today, we're breaking down how BYD went from battery maker to EV superpower, the insane technology powering its hybrids and EVs, and why the auto industry will never be the same again. Stay tuned, because once you see what BYD is building, you'll understand why the world of cars is about to flip upside down. The rise of the sleeping giant. Most people outside China didn't even know BYD existed a decade ago. Back in the early 2000s, while GM and Ford were bragging about horsepower, BYD was quietly making rechargeable batteries. No marketing blitz, no Elon-style showmanship, just relentless engineering. By 2008, Warren Buffett himself noticed and invested $230 million in BYD. At the time, the idea of a Chinese EV company taking on Toyota or Tesla sounded like a joke. But fast forward to 2024, and the numbers speak for themselves. 3 million vehicles sold last year, officially the world's largest EV manufacturer. And unlike Tesla, BYD isn't just building luxury sedans. They're selling cars across every price bracket from under $10,000 to premium SUVs. This wasn't luck, it was strategy, and it's about to reshape the roads you drive on. The technology that changed everything. BYD's breakthrough moment came with its new 5th-generation DM hybrid system. At first, hybrid might sound old news. Toyota's Prius did it 20 years ago. But BYD isn't just making hybrids, they're making super hybrids. Take the Kin LD-Mi and Seal 6D-Mi. On the surface, they're sleek sedans. But inside, they hide something remarkable. A 1.5-liter petrol engine designed purely for efficiency. A powerful electric motor doing most of the driving. And the result? 2,000 kilometers of range. That's over 1,200 miles from New York to Miami on one tank and charge. But here's the jaw-dropper. That engine hits 46% thermal efficiency. Toyota used to brag about being the leader. Formula One engines barely touch this. And BYD is putting it in an affordable family car. This isn't evolution, it's revolution. How did they do it? BYD pulled it off by rethinking the hybrid from the ground up. 16:1 compression ratio, squeezing every ounce of power out of fuel. Split cooling technology, keeping the engine at the perfect temperature. Ultra-precise combustion, no wasted energy. Low friction parts, less drag, more output. Together, this means over 80 miles per gallon even when the battery is drained. For consumers, that's lower costs. For the industry, it's a wake-up call. The power of choice. Like most automakers, BYD didn't stop at one hybrid design. They built a family of them. DMI for commuters who want max efficiency, DMP for performance drivers, DMO for off-road adventurers. And here's the genius part, BYD hybrids flip the script. In most hybrids, the gas engine is primary and electricity is backup. In BYD's cars, the electric motor is primary, smooth, quiet, and future-ready. The gas engine? Just backup. It's the bridge between today's infrastructure and tomorrow's EV world. The Blade battery, BYD's secret weapon. Of course, no EV revolution happens without better batteries. And BYD's Blade battery is their nuclear option. Traditional EV batteries use bulky cells packed with nickel and cobalt, expensive, volatile, and prone to fires. The Blade battery is different. Uses lithium iron phosphate LFE, cheaper, safer, more stable. Cells are long and slim, stacked edge to edge. This saves space and doubles as structural support for the car. In brutal tests, nail penetration, crushing, heat, the Blade stayed cool while others exploded. And longevity? After 3,000 full cycles, it still holds 90% capacity. That's nearly 1,000,000 kilometers of driving before you notice serious degradation. Oh, and it charges faster too. safer, cheaper, longer lasting. No wonder Tesla already buys BYD batteries for its own cars in China. The car with the brainbit BYD knows the car of the future isn't just about power, it's about intelligence. That's why they built the Zhuangji architecture. Think of it as the nervous system of the vehicle. Instead of dozens of scattered chips and modules, everything runs through one central brain. Engine, brakes, cameras, sensors, it all speaks the same language. The result? Faster reaction times, split-second emergency braking, smarter energy use. And because every BYD on the road sends back data in real time, the system learns and improves continuously. With 4 million cars acting as rolling data centers, BYD's AI grows smarter every single day. Add over-the-air updates, and your car isn't frozen in time, it evolves. Self-driving without the empty promises. All heard Elon Musk promise full self-driving next year for almost a decade. BYD takes a different approach. Ship what's ready. Their Dipilot system already enables hands-free highway driving, adaptive navigation, Mori parking lane changing assistance, and they scale it by tiers 100, 300, 600 depending on the car's price. That means even a $10,000 compact car in China now has features once reserved for $100,000 Teslas. Behind this, 5,000 engineers, 7 years of work, and 45 million miles of real-world data collected daily. This isn't vaporware, it's live, on the roads right now. The global shifters, why this matters. BYD isn't just a car company, it's an ecosystem. They build their own batteries, their own chips, their own software, even their own ships to export cars worldwide. That vertical integration lets them move faster and cheaper than almost anyone else. While legacy automakers are drowning in supplier delays, BYD controls its entire supply chain. That's why they can sell a sleek EV for under $12,000 in China, while Western automakers can't even make one under $30,000. The rivalry with Tesla, of course. The giant in the room is Tesla. For years, Tesla owned the EV crown, but in 2023, BYD officially outsold Tesla in total EV volume. Now, Tesla still dominates high-end markets and profits, but BYD is flooding the mid and entry levels, the mass market where real adoption happens. And as BYD expands to Europe, South America, and even Southeast Asia, the competition is heating up. The irony? Tesla already uses BYD batteries in some of its models. Rivals and partners. The future of cars. So what does this all mean for you? It means the car market in 2030 won't look anything like today. EVs and hybrids with over 1,000 miles of range will be normal. Cars will drive themselves on highways as standard. Batteries will last decades instead of years. And the average person will be able to afford it, not just the wealthy. BYD is proving that the future of mobility isn't about hype, it's about execution. So while the West debates whether Tesla, Ford, or Toyota will lead the EV revolution, BYD is already doing it. Quietly, efficiently, relentlessly. The auto industry just changed forever, and the road ahead belongs to those who can adapt fastest. The question is, will the rest of the world catch up? Or has BYD already won?